So, how are we feeling today, Code? Doc, I've been scrolling through too much again. Aliens, demons, data leaks, lizard politicians. I think my brain got malware from TikTok transitions.
Yeah, I'm stressed, doc. World's a mess, doc. Everybody woke, but still need rest, doc. I've been trying to meditate, but my phone vibrate. Now I'm manifesting memes at a higher rate. They say stay grounded, I'm trying to, I swear. But the floor is lava and the sky's fake air. My therapist doodling while I overshare. Ain't taking notes, just drawing poop emojis there. So tell me what's wrong, what's real, what's fake. The feet don't sleep and neither do I awake. Welcome to the session, pull up and relate. It's trauma dump time, no escape.
You are now tuned into Trauma Dumping with Code, where therapy meets the algorithm. And everybody's got issues.
What's up, guys? I am Code, Conspiracy of a Dead Man from the Speaking Code podcast. You are now listening to Trauma Dumping with Code. I just want to let you guys know Trauma Dumping with Code is a show that I do by myself. If you don't know, now you know. Thank you guys so much for listening and tuning in. Just wanted to give you guys a heads up. Best place to watch us is YouTube, Rumble, BitChute, or Spotify. If you pay for Spotify, you'll be able to watch us there. If not, you'll be able to check us out and watch our clips. I don't drop the clips or the shorts for all the episodes quite yet. I wait probably a couple months before I can even get to the shorts and clips. So I definitely recommend that you try to check them out as soon as they drop. That way you don't have to wait so long to watch them on the clips or the shorts if that's what you normally do. But if you guys can, give us a like, subscribe, comment, give us a follow. If you can, give us a 5-star review on Spotify or Apple. I don't know how to even look up Apple stuff. I've never been on there. So anyways, for this show, I just want to give you guys a heads up. We do a segment on Speaking Code podcast called What's in Your Cup, where if you want a cup for yourself, hit me up in the DMs on Instagram. Tell us what color you want, and I'll send one out your way. You can choose from GI Code, Speak Fighter 2, or Teenage Mutant Ninja TBDs, or Teddy Bear Dynamites, as I like to call them. But we got a Yeti cup. Get it, punny? It is like a Bigfoot, but it is different because it is a Yeti cup. That's why I try to put them on these ones. They're really durable. They hold tight. Dishwasher safe, kind of. The cups are, but the stickers aren't. I think you can get maybe like 5 washes, sometimes more, before the stickers start peeling off. So I would hand wash only. You can pick between red, white, blue, and black. If you want a specific color that I did not mention, then it might have to be a different type of cup, or it might have to be a different suggestion. It might have to be a different style, and I might have to charge a little bit more. But we will fill your cup with a bunch of stuff. We got stickers, we got magnets, we got comic books, we got these stickers and magnets. We got these ones. If you do want a t-shirt, sometimes we will do a giveaway, and your giveaway will be this Jurassic Park logo, but it'll be nice and big. It'll go from boob to boob, depending on your size. But I can do a giveaway. We'll throw out a free shirt here and there, throw in some stickers, throw in a bunch of merch, and we'll give shout outs for our different guys. So just want to give a quick shout out to Bennett, Tanton from the Broadcasting Seeds podcast. He has this book here called The War You Didn't Know You Were In. It is understanding and winning the spiritual battle. This is the IFAC, the individual first aid kit of spiritual warfare that you need, and I highly recommend it. I have a soft cover, but I also got a hard cover because who doesn't like to be hard? Sorry, that was weird. Then we also have Kevin from Where the Weird Ones Are. He has a book called Rizzo and Weirdson, where him and his dog Rizzo go and they try to figure out some weird cryptid stuff. They try to find and track down monsters to help save the community. He has his newest book here. It's pretty thick. But I highly recommend that. And then last but not least, it is black and blue, just like the colors we see behind me, and it matches just like this. But this is Liminal Trees by Angel Garcia, Trebles show. So go check out the Trebles show. It's his logo down at the bottom. It's the microphone and the umbrella, because he's got a shield himself and what people like to hear and see and say on his show. But anyways, definitely go check them out. Go tell them that Code sent you. If you guys want a custom shirt, go check out wecandoitshop.com.
This is We Can Do It, your in-house print-on-demand shop. We print everything from t-shirts and hoodies to aprons, mouse pads, and more. If you've ever wanted to create your own merchandise, we can do it and make it simple. Start by choosing one of our customizable products. Select your size. Pick your print area, front, back, or both. In this case, we printed both sides. Upload your design. If you have an image that you found online, or you have an image that you generated with AI, or if you drew something yourself, we can upload that for you. Any image you desire. We can even remove the background. Choose from a variety of colors. And then add it to your cart. That's it. Once we receive your order, we print it, package it, and ship it. So if you're looking for an easy way to bring your ideas to life, choose We Can Do It as your merchandising and fulfillment partner today. We Can Do It. Made to order, made simple.
Tell them Code sent you from the Speak and Code podcast, and you might be able to get a promo code there and maybe get a little bit of a discount on a custom t-shirt that you want to make. We also have the Nintendo logo, and we got some other, this is a random custom shirt that I made, but it's the album cover for the music group that we have called Shadow Drops. And this album was called Shadow Ones, and it's all music that is New York style hip hop from like the 90s to 2000, early 2000s style. And you could pretty much listen to any type of music that's conspiracy related. I tried to make some stuff that was very similar to the type of music that I listened to back in the day, and it was like very reminiscent. So some of the songs kind of will remind you of like Big Pun or Dipset or the Wu-Tang Clan or Biggie or Nas or Busta Rhymes. So there's a bunch of random songs that we did. Go check out that album. It's on Spotify. I think we have it on YouTube too for some reason, but it's not my channel. Somehow it created its own channel, so I got to figure that out. But go give it a like, subscribe, follow, save some of the songs. Tell me what you think. Also go to YouTube, Rumble, BitChute, Spotify. We're on X. We're on Instagram. Hit us up anywhere you could find and watch podcasts or listen to podcasts and tune in that way. But I think that's pretty much it. Yeah, I think that's pretty much it. We're doing the Blue Room tonight. So this is, I think, episode 10 of Trauma Dumping. So I'm trying to get through some of these. I'll try to make them pretty quick. I'll try to go within like maybe half hour at most. But what I do is I spin the wheel, the conspiracy wheel. There's an entire long list of conspiracies. And what happens is I spin a random wheel. It selects the topic. I go to a folder. I have all these different folders with the same names and with tons of different videos in there. So if there is a video that you guys want me to watch and review or discuss, or if you want to come on the show, hit me up on Instagram in the DMs. Tell me that you want to come on the show. It could be on the Speak and Code podcast with me, Teddy Dynamite, Chente, and or Swank. Sometimes it's very hard for us to get all four people on board, but there will be at least one or two for the Speak and Code podcast, and we will interview you guys on there. Or if you want to come on Trauma Dumping with Code, I'll do a watch along with you, or you could do a watch along with me, and we'll select certain videos and discuss them, and we'll probably keep it within like 35 minutes to under an hour. So if you ever in a pinch and you want to try to knock out a quick episode and jump on in with me, feel free to hit me up anytime, and I will more than happily have you as a guest. Also, if you have an idea or a topic that you want to discuss, if you want to do it more like a watch along, we can select the specific folder and just go with that the entire episode. We could just watch video after video after video. And I mean, we can go up to 2 hours if you want to. I don't really like to go that long by watching a bunch of videos and just talking about it, but it could be a fun time. So, anyways, we will get the show on the road. I already spun the wheel ahead of time and I got Ancient Angels. So we're going to watch this video by JT Follows JC and Demon Erasers. It was a collaboration on Ancient Angels. So we'll check this out. It says, our true history is much more interesting than we've ever been told. If you're interested in finding out more, check out the documentary from Demon Erasers and myself called Ancient Angels. ancientangelsmovie.com. Ooh, I forgot all about this. Oh my gosh. He posted this October 17th, 2023. Man, I'm going to definitely have to check that out, JT and Demon Erasers. This looks so sick. I cannot believe I forgot about this. I'm so glad I'm coming back to this video. I'm going to have to do we're going to have to do a watch party on this for sure. Not so much like watching it with everybody, like for you guys to watch with us, but I'm gonna have to get Teddy Dynamite and Swank and Shante. So maybe we'll all hang out and watch this, and then we'll do an episode breaking everything down on what we just learned. So hopefully this is cool with them that I'm showing this and sharing this. Hopefully I don't get flagged. I will tag them and ask them to be a part of the videos when I drop it as a short. But here we go. Here's the video.
Ancient stone monuments decorate every major continent. The sheer size and scope of these massive megalithic structures boggle the mind. How did ancient man quarry, cut, and move millions of pounds of stone without modern tools and heavy equipment? Is it possible that he had help from the heavens above? The entire world has echoes of a great flood that destroyed the earth in the ancient times. Is it possible that this is why so little evidence remains from cultures who created these architectural marvels? All that remains are blocks of stone too heavy to move and the oral traditions, legends, and mythology. Tales of a time before, a time of advanced technology, a golden age when the gods walked amongst the men. The Bible refers to this time as the days of Noah. The Nephilim were on the earth in those days and also afterward, when the sons of God came into the daughters of man, and they bore children to them. These were the mighty men who were of old, the men of renown.
That looks so sick. Definitely go check out ancientangelsmovie.com. Tell them that Code sent you. Tell them that you actually saw that video by watching Trauma Dumping with Code, and hopefully they'll be okay that I showed part of their video. I mean, if there's a trailer and stuff too, I'll definitely show that as well. I mean, I love this kind of stuff. This stuff is like so cool to me. I mean, Teddy Dynamite loves Greek mythology. He loves Norse mythology. He loves Egyptian mythology, like all the different mythologies. I feel like from playing like Assassin's Creed, and he loves playing God of War. It like takes place like in Norse mythology and I think Greek mythology and stuff too. Because I think you might be Kratos. I can't really remember. But Teddy Dynamite loves God of War. And my style of game was always Assassin's Creed. Like I always played Assassin's Creed Odyssey. I played that one first, which it was the second of the new engine that they started using. And then I played Origins, where it takes place in Egypt. So I played Odyssey first and I fell in love with that game. I think I almost beat it 100%. There was like a couple things that was like glitching where I couldn't unlock it. So I was just like, oh, well, close enough. I mean, oh, well. And then same with Origins. I kept trying to get to a certain level in the game where my XP or my stats were higher. But every time my stats got so high, I would try to go to this location to do one of the DLCs to fight against like Anubis or some other Egyptian god, and their stats were always higher. Like Sobek, I think that was like a crocodile or alligator god or something like that out there. And every time I would get my stats higher, those stats would get higher for them too. And I was like, man, I'm trying so hard. Well, come to find out, no matter where your stats were, their stats were always 3 ahead of yours. So even if you matched it, like say theirs was at 50 and you were at 47, you would try to get to 50. Once you get to 50, theirs would be at 53. So it always kept that part of the DLC very difficult to beat and go against. And it just became too frustrating for me. I think you had to beat each god lowercase g god. I think you had to beat each one of them like 3 or 4 times, and I don't know if you couldn't lose between them, but you would unlock certain parts of gear, and then once you unlocked all the parts of the gear, then I think you were able to fight against Anubis, who was like the dog guy or whatever, and it just was getting to the point where I'm like, I would beat one of them, but then it wouldn't give me the article of clothing or the article of gear that I was supposed to get. So I don't know if it was glitching on me or if you had to beat them simultaneously without losing, and that was the only way that you can get the piece of armor or the piece of gear. So for me, I was like, this is the last portion of the game that I was trying to get 100% on. I was like, this doesn't make sense for me to try to keep going. I already beat the story. I already beat all the DLCs. The only thing it's going to do is give me some cool piece of gear that I can use while playing the game. But I kind of did it backwards. I should have tried to knock those guys out first, got the piece of gear, and then finished the game. But long story short, I uninstalled. That's pretty much what I did. So I am going to try to play a few other games and beat those, and then I can't play multiple games at once. I have to either focus on one thing and play it piece by piece until I can get far enough into the story where I feel like I beat the story or beat the game, and then I can move on to other games. But I can't have multiple games downloaded. For one, these videos take up too much space on my computer. So it's like if I download a video from this to be able to edit, sometimes the videos are too long. Sometimes they're 2 hours or 3 hours long, depending on the type of episode we did. And I just get too frustrated with it. But, anyways, long story short, we didn't do a video game video, and I'm talking about it. So maybe we'll get one in this next spin. This video is sports predetermined. So I personally feel that a lot of sports are predetermined with who they want to win, like pro wrestling. I think that once pro wrestling became entertainment, they started calling other sports. I think the NBA is now under entertainment. So, and I think the NFL as well. So I feel like as soon as they added gambling to sports and made it legal, they made it so there was more opportunities to make the game go in the direction that they want. And I don't think that that's very fair or nice. So, all right, let's see. And then I don't know if I did this one already. I'll have to check. But this is by Ball Don't Lie. Man, I feel like I did this one. And there might be music behind it. What news headlines should read? News, history, and sports are all synced together, oftentimes through scripture. As the saying goes, you couldn't have scripture. Oh, you couldn't have scripted it any better. Okay, we'll listen to this, see if this goes. So it says, all right, I'm gonna just read this instead. Let's do this. Okay. Kobe scores 81 in his 660th game. LeBron James's Lakers win title on Father-Daughter Day, which is crazy because LeBron James ended up going to the Lakers after Kobe passed away. Or after Kobe retired I don't know if he was already there after, or if he. I don't know if LeBron got there until after the fact. Astros. Oh wow. Okay, Astros win World Series 1 year after Astro World Tragedy. Astro World Tragedy was with Travis Scott when he was doing a concert, and there was a lot of symbolism in that where they had like demonic things and they had different things on the stage and all around the stage. And I'm pretty sure they had people were feeling a weird way. Like some people forgot what was going on. Some people felt like they couldn't breathe. And then all of a sudden people got trampled on. And I think some people passed away. Yeah, that's Patriots win Super Bowl after Patriot Act passed by Congress. So that was like after 9/11. Disney's Magic wins on Mickey Mouse Day. Now, that's I don't know. I don't know if that's you can always there you could claim some things that are kind of strange, but to say it for everything, it's kind of weird. St. Peter's Peacocks beat Purdue on National Peacock Day. And who knows, maybe that's kind of like a numerology type of thing or an astrology type thing. Jake Berger hits home run on National Burger Day. Seth Beer homers on National Beer Day versus beer capital of US. Oh, so he played for the Diamondbacks, and then it looks like he wait, what? Seth Beer homers on National Beer Day versus beer capital of USA. I feel like that's Milwaukee, but why do they have the San Diego Padres and the Arizona Diamondbacks? Indiana Pacers win on National Indiana Day. Yeah, Kobe scores. Okay, yeah, and it just starts over. All right. Yeah, it's interesting. It's definitely interesting. So we'll play the next one, and then I'll some some of the sports predetermined videos are stupid. Honestly, some of them are like when they were trying to predict which teams were going to win based on the colors, and I was kind of like following along a little bit. So I would save stuff to watch later, and then I would save it and then start watching it later. I'm like, oh yeah, this didn't even pan out at all like they were claiming. So there's a lot of them that are there's a lot of falsehoods to those. This one is history. And some people will be like, it's his story. It's like, shut up. That's the dumbest thing. It's like, that's not what it means. Okay, history. All right, let's see what this looks like. And some of these are doubled. I think I just saw a video that we just did on the last episode where it was like the Smithsonian. So there's some things that I'm like, I don't know where to put it for history. Okay, so I think yeah, we did this one last or a couple episodes ago. Or I might have did this with Roger RGB from the Conspiracy Chaos podcast. All right, let's see this. All right, 5,000 years of evolution. This is by Anunnaki history. Let's see. So it looks like a cave carving of some sort, but the guy's on like a giant razor scooter. And I don't know if I can listen to that. Okay, so this is the aerial view of the pyramids of Giza, but they underneath it is the above view of the of a motherboard. Then they're showing like a plane of some sort in a cave carving, possibly, and then underneath it, it's showing like a hover craft, like a I think it might be from Star Wars or something. And some of these I'm not a fan of. I don't believe all of these things at all. like this thing, the guy's holding a Wi-Fi logo. It's like just because it's similar doesn't mean that's what it is. That could have been like a basket of some sort. This one, I can't tell. Can't tell what that is. I don't know if he'll say it. Yeah, I don't know what he's saying. All right, and then underneath the pyramids, they're showing these giant tunnels, and then that's where it gets down. So that's like they use this as like maybe this is like an underground base or an underground section to live in, but I don't think so. Um, oh, it's showing like these ancient carvings. I think these are from Sumeria, where it looks like they have like a watch on their wrist. So maybe they're telling you that they're from like the future. I don't know what that is. They're showing like some sort of like spaceship that's carved, the atom bomb being dropped. Yeah, like I don't know. Some of this stuff, it's like I don't really like some sort of portal. I feel like that's called like Stargate or something. Yeah, and then they're just showing clips of like weird spaceships getting chased by jets, which I don't believe this at all. So, all right. Well, that's the history one. So I'll make sure I delete those. I'll make sure I delete that one at least. Ooh, okay, cloning. All right, I gotta find cloning. I think it's up here more. I think I just did it recently. Come on. Started scrolling up and then it skipped. Okay. Yeah, the Jim Carrey stuff right now, that's what's very insane to me with the cloning stuff. All right, let's see this guy. The truth about human cloning. I think we already did this one. First baby clone was born yesterday.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Sandra Bookman. And I'm Joe.
Oh, okay. So this was interesting. It's like here's the newest broadcast of Hillary's death. This was crazy because like they were claiming that she passed away and she had some issues. It's from 2016, like during the election. And then this was posted in November 27th, 2022 by to begin, and then the number two ends, and then it's underscore. But what's weird about that, I want to talk to Rabbit about that from Catalyst Jones from the White Rabbit podcast. He has like a really good breakdown on cloning, and I think he even talks about Eminem that he was in a DUI accident and passed away, but then they never mention it ever again. All right, so we'll do this one. Let's see. Oh my gosh, I can't stand these. They keep having that. I got five on it, and they make it creepier. But this is conspiracy.deception. They have been cloning people for years. They are simply not telling the public thoughts. Okay, so let's see. It says the first baby clone was born yesterday. We've fertilized 10 eggs. 5 of them were expected to be born. One already has. So I'll just leave it at that for that one. And then we'll go up to this one. Let's see. This one is by the number 9 dot truth lyrics. All right, let's see. And it says, when these celebs go to jail. Oh, okay. And Sam Tripoli talked about this on that episode with Catalyst Jones. You guys definitely have to go check out that episode. And the tinfoil hat Catalyst Jones from the White Rabbit podcast was on there. It was freaking sick, man. It really felt like Sam Tripoli was actually hanging out with friends and not just listening to a guest ramble on about stuff. It's like they had such good back and forth conversation and communication. And XG was even throwing information out there that was really good too. But Sam, I think, mentions the idea of, I think, a specific rapper. I can't remember his name. I think he's got the ice cream cone tattoo on his face, but he mentions it in the show. But this might be a little bit about that.
Go to jail or disappear for a very long time, they are getting cloned. And that's a fact.
I'm going to have to shut this music off. Wow. Yeah, they're showing like the before and after. Now, oh, okay. So they're showing one specific rapper. I thought it was going to be multiple people. But I don't know who this kid is. Gucci Mane was the other guy I was thinking of, but I don't know. So I'll skip out of those ones, and then we'll go into the next video. I think I might just do one more, two more maybe. Okay, this one is shape-shifting. I don't have too many of this one. I think I only had one for the longest time, and I already showed the Asian dude. Okay, Billy Corgan. All right, I talked about that one. This one is that girl that was on the plane.
She saw a shapeshifter on the plane and someone else on board agreed with her.
I'm telling you, I'm getting the fuck off, and there's a reason why I'm getting the fuck off, and everyone can either believe it or they cannot believe it. I don't give two fucks, but I am telling you right now, that motherfucker back there is not real.
The person she's talking to is the man in the green sweatshirt on the top left of your screen. He immediately demanded to get off of the plane as soon as she encountered this man before they took off. I know what you're thinking. This sounds wild, but another man came out explaining his encounter with this person.
I was on that flight. It was American Airlines. We were leaving Dallas-Fort Worth. I was sitting in the left aisle, about 3 rows back from this woman. She was sitting in the right aisle, and she had this very interesting exchange with some dude in a hoodie. What I remember is she was having like a full-blown conversation with this dude in the hoodie. I'll call him the hoodie guy. She was having a full-blown conversation with hoodie guy. The weird thing was that he never once said a fucking word to her the whole time. And at the time, I don't know, I wasn't really thinking about it, but it's like she would say something and he like would respond, but there was no exchange happening. It was just her getting more and more frantic, which, okay, if she's drunk and she's going crazy, then you would think the dude in the hoodie would have been like, what are you talking about? Like, what are you talking about? But he was just like dead locked on her, like deep eye contact with her. Like I don't want to feed into the conspiracies here, but like almost like she was like in a hypnosis type of thing. She didn't seem drunk to me, by the way. Just throwing that out there. I didn't see her drink. I mean, she seemed totally normal to me up until that point. The weird thing was after she left the plane, the dude in the hoodie, which the flight attendant was like, did anything happen? And he still didn't say a word. He just went like, and like shrugged. The dude in the hoodie like looked around the plane and he looked back at me and he winked at me. And again, I didn't quite register it. I was like, okay, what the fuck was that about? I was like, maybe he's just being like an ass, like winking, like that was weird, wasn't it? But now that I look back, I realized that when he winked at me, it was his left eye looking back at me. It didn't wink like this. It winked like this.
This woman.
Okay, so I hate that when freaking. I didn't realize it at the time, but when he winked at me, it didn't wink like this. It winked like this. If you saw somebody's eye do that, come on, shut up, dude. Freaking stupid. That's what drives me nuts. When you got people like that are like, I was there. This is what happened. Blah, blah, blah. He winked at me, but it didn't go like this. He winked at me like this, but I didn't realize it. If he would have winked at you like this, you would have freaking realized it. That's what pisses me off with some of this stuff. It's like guys just trying to claim to fame type of stuff. But this is by You Won't Believe Me Official on Instagram. And it says, on an American Airlines airplane, woman says she saw a shapeshifter. She caused a 3-hour delay after the encounter with the man demanding to get off the plane, which I remember all of this. This is from July 7th, 2023. It probably happened earlier, probably happened like a couple weeks prior to this. So it's probably in June or something, or May. But, all right, and then we'll do one more video. Sorry, that one. That makes me mad. Okay, sports predetermined. Again. Like I said, some of these, like this is super random. It's selecting multiple from the same one. All right, so this video is by Fallout World Media, Jason Lester. So he posted this August 16th, 2023, and he says, is artificial intelligence becoming too powerful? And this is 3 years ago. So it says, this is getting scary. New technology can place you at any place in the world. And I think what happens is this is almost like a version of a deep fake, but it deep fakes your entire body and puts you into the actual position, or it puts a skin of yourself over an actual player. So it looks like you're playing.
End of it. All right. Smile for a second. Yeah. All right. Got it. All right. All right. All right. All right. All right. All right.
Of course, they got the lizard NBA owner.
Painless. All right. I got it. All right. So now, come over here. Let's look at this screen. So now we're going to go back, just so you can see this. Go back into that mode now of we're out in the app. Now the menu is going to come back up. And so look, we've inserted you in the avatar selection. And then see where the red is going. You could choose different players. Yeah. So then we're going to pick Horton Tucker. And then where Horton Tucker is, so this will be in a live game, you will be inserted into the game. You'll be making all the same movements he was, but it'll look like it's your body.
Does he have my skills?
We'll see.
Okay.
All right, you ready?
Yep.
All right, so go ahead and roll that. There's that shirt.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I'm doing. That's what I'm doing.
Where'd you get the idea to stick your tongue out like that?
Yeah, somebody copied me, you know, be the end of it.
All right, smile for a second.
All right, so that one's a little frustrating. I cannot stand the NBA or anything like that. But do I do one more? Let's see, 35 minutes. Yeah, well, I'll do one more. It's a bonus. Wow. Atlantis again. We'll go with this. Atlantis again. This is World of Walbeck. World of, and then Walbeck. Walbeck is WAHLBECK. And he posted this March 4th, 2023. And does Atlantis actually exist? And then we'll see if it's music playing behind it. I'll exit out and play a different one.
Does Atlantis actually exist? One man says he's seen it. His name was Spencer Frederick Oliver, and he was 17 years old in 1883 and walking his property near the base of Mount Shasta when he said he had an uncontrollable desire to go home. He burst through the door, grabbed a pen and paper, and just started writing uncontrollably. For days and nights without hardly any sleep, he wrote and he wrote and he wrote. And when his mom picked up the paper, she couldn't believe her eyes. These were not the words of a 17-year-old kid. Frederick stated that the writing didn't come from him, but by a man named Philos who lived thousands of years ago in Atlantis, who was sending warnings to the future to prevent what happened to them from happening again. I have that very book in my hands, and it's trippy. In it, they talk about flying machines, anti-gravity equipment, high-speed monorails, submarines, television, wireless phones, and a bunch of things that absolutely did not exist when this was published. Of course, historians say this is all nonsense, but 415 pages written by a 17-year-old boy about an advanced civilization? Is that nonsense or history? What do you think?
I think it's nonsense. I don't know if they had futuristic type stuff like that, but I don't know. I wasn't there. Never been there. I doubt I'll ever go, but we'll never know until we find out. And that's why the lights are blue for Atlantis. So I think that's it, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in for Trauma Dumping with Code. I feel like I was a little bit too skeptical on some of these videos, but some of these videos I wasn't really a personal fan of. I mean, to each their own. You can make your own opinions and stuff on it. Don't take my word for what I think of certain videos and stuff. But hope you enjoyed the show. I am Code, Conspiracy of a Dead Man. You just finished listening to Trauma Dumping with Code. Make sure you like, share, subscribe, comment. Hit us up on YouTube, Rumble, BitChute, Spotify, X, Instagram, Speak in Code, SPEAKINCOAD. Check out the link tree below. Also, hit up wecandoitshop.com if you want any type of custom any type of customizable merch or shirts or anything. If you want stickers, if you want magnets, if you want cups, if you want anything, if you have a business that you're like, I want to start doing merch of some sort, or I want to start selling items, you can get these custom shirts made from them. They'll send it to you. You could put your own price, you could put your own tag, you can do anything you want, anything you need, and you'll be good as golden. So thank you guys so much for tuning in. I am Code, Conspiracy of a Dead Man. Once again, this is Trauma Dumping with Code. Stay safe, stay blessed, and keep on questioning. We out. Deuce.